And we're live. And we're back with the Arcane Tree. I'm Daftjack, and my associate is Ragingdevil.
So,
So, what's your experience with the Arcane Devil?
I mean, it's pretty much my second best specs. I started with the Fire Tree since Cataclysm, and the Arcane started showing up pretty drastically in what do you call it, WAD, and ever since then, it started shining more and more. Ever since, and Blizzard's been like boosting that up. Ever other than Frost, I just hated Frost so much, but Arcane's been my favorite, and it's just it's been like a skill build to me, and I've always played it since.
I have always kind of liked Arcane. I've admired it. I've never really played a mage.
Yeah.
Because, like, range is my thing.
Hmm.
Really. Uh, but I do like the Arcane Mage I have. He's like level 50-ish. 51, maybe? I don't know. I haven't played him in a while. Uh, Playing Diablo. But let's get started with this Arcane Tree. So we got Arcane Barrage, 40-yard range, instant 3-second cooldown. Launches bolts of arcane energy at the enemy target, causing 72.8% spell power arcane damage for each enemy target. For each enemy, no, for each arcane charge, deal 30 additional damage. Man, my dyslexia was hitting me hard there.
All good, but it looks like for each arcane charge, deal 30% additional damage, but
And then it
not.
consumes all of them.
But it doesn't say it spreads to additional targets per arcane charge.
No.
Must be in a talent somewhere, I think.
Yeah, it looks like it's single target now. That was
It has to be
multi-target, right?
because, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was.
that's a multi-target thing.
Huh, let's see
It
here.
usually it was so.
We got Arcane Missile, 15% base mana.
Yep.
Um, 40-yard range, channel 2.5 seconds, launches 5 waves of Arcane Missile enemy over 2.5 seconds, causing a total of 5 times 43.74% of spell power arcane damage. Pretty standard. It's always been 5 sets of.
Yeah, that's still baseline, I think.
Yeah. Alright. Moving down the tree, we've got rule of 3. When you gain your third arcane charge, the cost of your next arcane blast or arcane missile is reduced by 100%. Not bad.
Yeah, that was a 15 talent in the Shadowlands.
We move on down the tree and we get the arcane familiar, which is like, I think it's a really cool talent, but I think I'm
Same,
in
same with that
the minority there. Um, Instant 10-second cooldown, summon a familiar that attacks your enemy, increasing your maximum mana by 10% for 1 hour. We have improved arcane missile, increases arcane missile damage percent. Then we have arcane surge, 1 to 350,000 and 1 mana. Very specific amount. Can't even go with a percentage there.
I think I
Uh,
can make that. So.
yeah, I'm assuming it's mana cap, and that's probably above mana cap. All your mana.
Who knows?
Yep, that's what it says. 2.5-second cast, 1.5-minute cooldown. Expend all your current mana to annihilate your enemy target and nearby enemies for up to 268% spell damage times 2. Damn. Arcane damage based on mana spent. Deals reduced damage beyond 5 targets. For the next 12 seconds, your mana regeneration is increased by 400%. Damage, spell damage is increased by another 10%, or by 10%. That's really cool.
Uh-huh.
Like,
So
really cool.
they built a little bit of arcane power into that new ability.
Yeah, right?
That's gonna be fun to use.
Yeah. Then we go and back out to the outside. Got Arcane Tempo. Assuming Arcane charges increases pace by 2% for 12 seconds and stacks up to 5 times. Improved Arcane Barrage. Each additional charge, Arcane Barrage hits an additional one enemy. One additional nearby target. Okay, so there's your improvement.
Yep. For each arcane charge, hit one more enemy. There you go.
We got improved Prismatic Barrier. Prismatic Barrier further reduces magical damage taken by an additional 5%, and duration of harmful magic effects by 10%.
So that makes it 20 and 35, looks like. Yep.
Got Presence of Mind, which has instant 1-minute cooldown, causes next Arcane Blast, the instant cast. Unfortunately, it doesn't cause your next Pyroblast. Whatever. You could almost make the argument that this talent should be in the base mage tree so that we could resurrect the Palm Pyro.
Yeah.
Because that is like one of the most iconic World of Warcraft mage builds that I can remember in the 17 years I've been playing this game.
Yep.
And it's actually kind of sad to me, as a rogue, to see this talent here in its bad shape. Not too late, Blizzard. It's not too late.
Yeah, I mean, it's only the first view, so.
Right?
Again, but they could do
I'd
some stuff to the
say
card tree.
swap this shit right here with greater invisibility. Or one of the tiny base things. I don't know. I don't play a mage. I haven't really thought much about mage class design, but this seems like it should belong in the base tree, so that we can have the Palm Pyro again, and players will rejoice. Foresight. Standing still for 10 seconds grants you Foresight, allowing you to cast while moving for 4 seconds. This duration begins when you start moving. That is cool. Enlightened. Arcane damage dealt well above 70% mana is increased by 8%. Manage regen well below 70 is increased by 20%. Nether Tempest. 1.5% base mana. Place instant cast. No cooldown. Spammable? Question mark. Place a
Yes.
Nether Tempest on the target, which deals 17% spell power arcane damage over 12 seconds to the target and nearby enemies within 10 yards. Limit on target. Deals reduced damage to secondary targets. Damage increased by 60% per arcane charge. Interesting. I think I want to play with. I mean, it's only 17%, but that can still be pretty big.
Yeah.
Because it's spammable and it's cheap.
Well, it's spammable, but it's not multi-target. But yeah.
It is multi-target.
Well, it's multi-target, but it's not like you can put the dot on different people.
Yeah. Yeah. At first I thought
But
that
yeah,
was what, like, it was gonna go for. Like, oh, it's just a mage dot.
Yeah, it's not going to end up like Living Bomb. But yeah. But yeah, no. I think the damage increase got increased than how it was in Shadowlands. 60%, I think, is harder than how it was before.
Yeah, it's 60% per charge, and if I remember correctly, you can have 3 charges. So that's 4 charges?
So that's 240%.
Yeah, 240%.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty substantial. 1740, almost 50%. Probably about 50%, maybe a little higher spell power. Pretty good.
34, 51, 60, about 60% spell power.
Yeah. And spammable at 2%. Well,
Yeah,
1.5. You can hit twice for 3% of your base mana. Depending on how fast you regenerate mana, you may just be able to spam them. Like a druid with a moon laser.
I mean, you can spam it to refresh the duration, keep the person whatever led.
That has some interesting play there.
Yeah.
Then we got Chrono Shift.
Yep.
Arcane Barrage slows enemies by 50% and increases 5. Evocation. Channel. Minute recharge. 1 charge. Increase your mana regen by 750% for 6 seconds. It's pretty far down the tree. And that moves into Siphon Storm or Improved Evocation. Siphon Storm grants 1 arcane charge, and while channeling evocation, your intellect is increased by 2% every 1 second and lasts 30 seconds. Evocation's cooldown is reduced by a second. You can either do it more often or you can have it buff you.
Yeah, Siphon Storm was from a Lego in Shadowlands.
Got a Prodigious Servant. Arcane charges further increase mastery effectiveness. Arcane Blast and Arcane by 10%. Oh, Prodigious Servant. Arcane Orb. 1% base mana, 40-yard range, 20-second recharge, 1 charge, launches an Arcane Orb forward from your position, traveling starts, dealing 190% of spell power. Arcane damage to enemy passes, grants arcane charge when cast every time it deals damage. I feel like 1% base mana is really cheap for
Not really. This thing was never really a mana costing ability.
okay. Still feel like 1.5% base mana cheap. Considering what was it over here for Nether Tempest 1.5 for 17 and this one or 109.2. I feel like they're going to be adjusting.
No,
Maybe not. I don't know.
I mean, considering the fact before in Shadowlands, most of the mana spending ability was Arcane Blast.
Oh, true.
And then now Arcane Surge is going to dump all the mana.
Yeah. Choose one. Orb Barrage or Charged Orb Barrage. Channeling Arcane Missile 15 times fires Arcane Orb towards your target. Clearcast Arcane Missiles counts twice. Charged Orb. Arcane Orb grants 1 additional charge. Nah. Totally doing the missiles. That sounds like just really fun.
Yeah,
Throwing out missiles and then orbs start flying.
Yeah, there's still a little description on that though too. Is it going to be per missile or is it going to be per cast? I want to see.
I think it says casting, so I think it's per cast. So like you actively have to hit the button 15 times.
It's casting arcane missiles, but it doesn't say.
So does that mean you have to finish the cast, or can you cut the cast short and cast again?
Yeah, you can cut it short and cast again.
So how fast can you get out these orbs? Take that one over charged orb.
I would say based on that, since the global cooldowns are like 1 to 1.5 seconds, you can still get an orb out like every at least 15, 20 seconds. And that's only if you have clear casting, probably every 10 seconds.
Interesting.
If you have clear casting specs.
You're gonna be spitting these orbs out like they're going out of style. Okay, moving on.
To the middle.
Clear casting. 1% base mana. For each 0 mana you spend, you have a 1% chance to gain clear casting. Make your next arcane missile or arcane explosion free and channel 20% faster. Okay. I hope it's not every 0 mana you.
No, it's based on your mana pool.
Probably.
Just like the other one.
Improved arcane explosion. Arcane explosion damage is by 10%.
That's 20.
Arcane blast has a 10% chance to generate an arcane charge. Mana added. Arcane barrage grants you a 2% of your maximum mana per arcane charge spent. Nether precision. Assuming clear casting. Damage. Next arcane blast. 20%. Amplification. Clear casting arcane missile fires additional missile. Resonance. Arcane barrage deals 50% damage, increased damage per target hit. Slipstream. Clear casting allows arcane missiles to channel while moving. Evocation can be channeled while moving. Improved clear casting. Clear casting stack up additional time. Supernova. Pulse arcane energy around the target. Oh. Or ally. Dealing 30% spell power, arcane damage to all enemies within 8 yards and knocking them upward. The primary enemy target will take 100% damage. Instant 25-second cooldown. You got a knockup. Reverberate. If Arcane Explosion hits at least targets, it has a 50% chance to generate additional arcane charges. Illuminated Thought. Clear casting has a 5% increased chance. Proc. Conjured Mana Gem. 18% base mana. Second cast conjures a mana gem that can be used instantly restore 10% mana and holds up to 3 charges. Conjured items appear if logged out for minutes. Cascading power. Consuming a mana gem increases spell power by 5% for 12 seconds. Concentration. Approximately 2 procs per minute. Arcane Blast has a chance to grant expanded potential, which causes your next clear casting to not be consumed. Then Arcane Harmony. Each time an arcane missile hits an enemy, damage of your next arcane barrage is increased by 5% stacks time. Then we'll go to the middle here. Oh, we have Arcane Power. Arcane Surge lasts additional 3 seconds and grants 10 increased spell damage. Touch of the Magi. 5% base mana, 45 second down. Applies Touch of the Magi to the current target, accumulating 25% of the damage you deal to the target for 10 seconds, and then floating for that amount of arcane damage to the target, and reducing damage to all enemies, all nearby enemies. Generates 4 arcane charges. Arcane Echo. Direct damage you deal enemies affected by Touch of the Magi causes an explosion that deals 6.55% spell power arcane damage to all nearby enemies. Deals reduced damage beyond 8 targets. Arcane Bombardment. Arcane Barrage deals an additional 50% targets below 50% health. Radiant Spark. Base mana, 40-yard range, 1.5 second cast, 30 second down, conjure Radiant Spark that causes 91.2% spell power, arcane damage instant, and additional 45% spell power damage 10 seconds. Target takes 10% increased damage from your direct damage spells stacking time they struck. This effect ends after 4 spells. Harmonic Echo. Damage dealt enemies affected by Radiant Sparks. Vulnerability Echo to your current enemy targets and 4 nearby enemies, 20% the dealt. Man, that's interesting. I like this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of sad we don't see a whole bunch of like random magic missiles.
You got a lot of missile builds.
Yeah,
You got your clear casting procs, you got your improved clear casting, you got your clear casting to improve damage, you got your clear casting to improve stacks up 2 more times. And
yeah,
then
you've
you
got
got a
some
chance
solid
to
options for clear cast, but
not be
like
consumed, and for every clear casting stack you increase your damage by 10%. Yeah.
I was kind of hoping for like get hit, cast a magic missile, random target. Cat. Nah, that'd be ridiculous.
Now you can clear cast while moving too. Yeah.
Yeah, like it looks like arcane mages are gonna be moving quite a bit.
Yep, and then the foresight for other spells. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then for me, I get all 3 Arcane Barrage super legendaries on it too. Arcane Bombardment with Arcane Harmony and the new Radiant Spark.
Yeah, that's really
That's 100%.
nice.
Yeah, Arcane Harmony, stack and max, 100%. Arcane Bombardment, that's 100%. And then Radiant Spark, that's 40% at max.
Yeah, we'll see how they go about balancing.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
then
it
resonance if
feels
they're
really
nearby.
good.
And then resonance at if there's 4 nearby additional targets, that's 75%. That all stacks up at max.
Yeah. I'm interested to see what you come up with for builds. Moving forward. That's the end of the Arcane Tree. So we'll catch you next time with the what are we doing next? The Fire Tree?
I guess so.
Yeah,
Yep.
burn. Burn, baby, burn. Alright. Daftjack signing out.